Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the weekly reading, but it's going to be a little bit longer than a week because we're covering from May 22nd until the 31st. This is for twin flames and soulmates that are currently in separation. Please keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, if you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. And if you can't afford a personal reading, but you feel that I am helping you in some way and you'd like to support this channel, donations are also greatly appreciated. The information on how to do that is also below. And masculine and feminine, I always remind people, stand more for energy than gender. So again, whatever side resonates with you, if it sounds like your feelings or emotions or actions, then that's you. If it sounds like the other person, it's the other person. Also, as far as the genders that are on the cards, again, you might be a male and there's a female on the card. Again, if it sounds like it resonates, then that is your message. I was a little bit behind. I will start doing the Saturday satsang again, so watch out for that video. It's where you can submit a question that you would like to have answered on the show. And we also ask Spirit what we need to discuss. So I will be uploading that video, and if you'd like to participate and have your question read and answered, you may do so leaving it in the comment section of the video. So look out for that. What else is in spiel that I'm not remembering? I think that's it. Of course, when I started out with this reading, I was like, oh, maybe I'll make this one shorter. But it's never shorter, right? As we have all these cards here. I mean, a lot of them I'll read fairly quickly. But it's whatever channeled messages. Sometimes it can linger. So bear with me. I hope you don't mind. More information for you, right? Now, what we have here is what the overview is, what you're going to be dealing with, or what the situation is from the 22nd to the 31st. This is Spirit's advice in regards to it. This is also further advice. This is what is needed. This is what the masculine is thinking, what they're feeling. Same for the feminine. I ran out of room here, so that's why it's supposed to be 4 across, but I had to put it this way. I'm always running out of room. And also, we got one extra card on this side that came out. And we will clarify with the Sibilis if need be. So let's get started. I mean, just looking at this, it's kind of the same situation. As far as a decision needing to be made. And I have a feeling that for some of you, it might be in regards to, this relationship or this relationship and another one that you might currently be in, because I know a lot of masculines were in, codependent situations, things that they entered into after this situation. So there's a lot of decision mode going on here, and there is still a lot of fear on both sides. Well, let's get started with this. Is the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, and then we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. I'm messing up my stuff here. And then we have the Empress, and then we have the Two of Swords. This is the decision. And then we have the Death card, Five of Cups in the reverse, the Eight of Cups, and the Strength card. So, obviously the Ten of Pentacles is the family card. It's about, having abundance in the family unit, happiness. It's also about financial security. It's a 10, so it's the end of that. But it's in the reverse. I mean, the 10 being the end, meaning you've reached the fulfillment, but in the reverse, it's financial failure, loss, loneliness, lack of resources, limitations, fears, financial fears. Um, it's also, not looking for anything long term, commitment wise. Um, Problems with investments, lack of resources. Again, I don't know if I already said that. Yeah, I did already say that. Despite a lot of time and effort, there seems to be many limitations to future success as a result of a poor foundation. As we know, that tower comes in when something's built on a faulty foundation. Relationships that are need based, fear based, karmic based, those never last. So that's a faulty foundation. Entering into situations under false pretenses, again, for needs to be met, voids to be filled, but we're not really in it to commit. It's just, again, for security reasons. Um, so that's an example of relationships built on poor foundations because they're built on somewhat of deception. Money fears, quarrels over property, financial burdens and responsibilities. In regards to relationships, it's not being 100% sure of the long-term potential. If a person is husband-wife material, or if you're now currently single, you might be just looking for something fun or casual dating, nothing too serious or long-term. Maybe again, because for the feminines, this could be for the feminines who have been alone. And are trying to kind of get themselves back out there, but still have a little fear in regards to things repeating with a new person or with the same person if we're talking about reconciling, wondering if there's long-term potential, because there's issues, to say the least. And then the Ace of Wands, this is new opportunities to manifest something. It's about inspiration, power, creation, beginnings, potential, but it's also in the reverse. So this is delays, a lack of motivation, feeling weighed down, difficulty in defining what you want, a lack of direction, being unmotivated and uninspired, a need to focus on where your passions lie. What do you aspire to or hope to achieve? Feeling weighed down by existing commitments and responsibilities and feeling like you cannot pursue new ideas. It's a need to revisit the Ten of Wands, which is, carrying all those sticks on your back, the burdens, to figure out what needs releasing. It's also about impatience, frustrations, feeling stuck, and knowing that timing is everything. And we've kind of touched on this a bit. If some masculines that are feeling stuck in their codependent situation, feeling regrets, knowing that they made a wrong choice, feeling like who they want to be with, they unsure if they can be with them because of the things that have happened in the past, the way they've kind of handled things, handled themselves, their approach to things, again, sweeping things under the rug, downplaying one's actions, not fully holding oneself accountable, therefore turning this side off, feeling like that there was no growth potential there because a person can't even be honest, lying to cover up lies, again, to save face, to keep the mask up for whatever the reason. The masculine now feeling those regrets, feeling like they should have handled things differently, feeling like they might have missed an opportunity. Also, again, as I mentioned, feeling stuck. Financial resources still being a problem, feeling like they can't manifest, feeling like they're not sure how they're going to end one situation, having to deal with that, hurting someone else. How are we going to get back to this? How am I going to have the money to do what I want to do? Again, there's a lot of stuckness, fears, uncertainty in regards to life, direction, career-wise, relationship-wise. It's kind of the moment where we know something's got to change, but we might not we're unsure and we're fearful of the future. If we can manifest, how we can manifest. Um, some of you might again be struggling with trying to figure out what it is you want to do. How can I change my situation? How can I change my financial situation? Not just relationship. It's feeling a little defeated, being a little in the woes, the stinking thinking, again, fear, anxiety, worry, negative self talk. These are the kind of things that hold us back or keep us from pursuing things, feeling like a failure, feeling like we don't have what it takes. Again, stinking thinking. And as we've mentioned before, it's the biggest lesson for everybody is learning how to get out of your own way. And a lot of it has to do with controlling your thoughts and also being more thoughtful in regards to one's actions, one's behaviors, things that we say, things that we do, how we treat people. Again, don't treat people as means to an ends. Again, realizing the shadow parts of our stuff that has been causing us issues throughout our life, in our relationships. And again, knowing that things need to change, but trying to figure out how to do it. Um, and again, there might be some creative blocks for anybody that's doing anything creative wise, writing, etc. So again, this is all about uncertainty, anxiety, and fear, again, and negative beliefs. And we have the Empress, which is all about, giving birth to things. The Ace of Wands in reverse, how you feel like you can manifest, but you need to learn how to manifest. Or, this could be the person that you're trying to manifest with. It's the feminine principle, the goddess of fertility, the earth mother, ruled by Venus. Creativity, art, harmony, luxury, beauty, grace, mystical realm connections with angels and fairies. I love that. Deep emotional connection with the earth and life, nature, abundance. Again, the feminine power. She's nurturing. She's got sensuality. It's also about pregnancy and birth, new ideas, projects, new ways of being, growth and development, nurture, care, support. It's also the universal energy about to intervene in your life. So the universe is trying to help you manifest, to give birth to new beginnings, to nurture relationships that should be nurtured, to nurture oneself even, figure out your direction, how to turn these two cards upright. It's a glimpse of a miracle, good fortune, blessings worth receiving. So, again, perhaps this is how someone is viewed as the Empress. Maybe somebody views someone else as being abundant, manifesting, moving on with their life, doing what they got to do. Maybe they're wanting to do the same. Again, it's being able to co-create with the universe, the life that you want, the things that you want, but trying to figure out again how to do it. And as we have the Two of Swords, needing to make decisions that could be difficult, leaving you feel confused, uncertain again of how to go about things, what to do. It's about confusion. Both sides of a situation needs to be addressed. Again, needing to come into balance with ourselves, balancing our emotions so we don't get stuck in the woes, stuck in fear, stuck in anxiety, keep holding us back from manifesting or going towards the things that we want. Again, it's a difficult decision. Sometimes trying to avoid them, hoping it'll go away, but of course we can't do that, right? Because avoidance leads to greater conflict, also stagnation, sitting too much in one's thoughts and not taking any actions, letting fear control us, makes it so that we can't manifest, makes it so that we don't have, the abundance that we want in finances and family life and whatever it is. Again, being at a stalemate, where again, nobody wins because nothing's happening. And it's also a need to make peace with a truce. So again, a lot of people that might be looking to reconcile, but are fearful of that because perhaps they let things linger too long. They didn't handle it correctly. They might be viewed in a negative light now because of things that have happened. But, wanting forgiveness, wanting another chance, wanting to make peace, wanting to have a truce, but again, unsure of how to do it. And also the difficult decision could be in regards to coming back together with this person, leaving our codependent situation, whatever it is, it's our next moves. But death needs to happen. As we see here, death is about, transformation. It's also being invincible, unconquerable. It's the purifier, rebirth, fresh, new, and pure. It's a sign of Scorpio. Something that can be fruitful and positive again when we allow transformation to happen. We allow for new beginnings, for change, but some people might be resisting change, fearing to make a decision. But change needs to happen, death needs to happen, out with the old and with the new, in whatever form that might be for you. Hey, that rhymed. We need to close one door to open another. End of a major phase or aspect of your life that brings about the beginning of something far more valuable and important. So again, when we go through these karmic cycles, when we learn these lessons, it's about evolution of the soul. And once we kind of get that, we have to embrace change. We have to now get ourselves out of the karma, make those difficult decisions, so that we can birth something new. This is leaving the past behind you, parting ways to embrace new opportunities. As I said, the difficult decision might be having to leave a situation, whether leaving this situation behind, this is the dilemma, the struggle, or again, leaving our karmic situation to go towards our feminine. If you resist, you will feel pain, emotional and physical, obviously, because we're all out of whack here. Something that may be difficult, but it's important, as you will soon see, to bring renewal and transformation. It's significant transformation, a profound need for change, clearing away limiting factors, which again includes that stinking thinking. It's a sudden change, something that you can't escape its effects. Because we know death is imminent. It's how long you let it drag out, how long you resist the change of a new cycle or a new path, you're only hurting yourself. Well, and other people, if you're staying in things that you shouldn't be in, misleading anybody. It's a need to learn how to let go of unhealthy attachments for more fulfilling things. And then we kind of see this in these two cards here. Five of Cups in the upright deals with, regret, loss, focusing on the past, depression, sadness, regret, disappointments. In the reverse, it's about moving on, acceptance, forgiveness. Again, some people are needing to ask for forgiveness, but to handle it possibly in a better way than they did in the past. Again, when you apologize, downplaying things, sweeping things under the rug, not fully holding yourself accountable out of fear of things coming out, truth coming out, our negative stuff coming to light, again, still trying to hide behind half-truths. This doesn't serve anybody well, and it doesn't help to reestablishing trust. And if you're asking for forgiveness, you need to be specific about what you're apologizing for. Not glazing things over, not, you know, this shows genuine growth and accountability. And if you haven't done that so far, if you've kind of been handling things in the way that I just described, it didn't serve you well. Because again, no one's going to want to give someone another chance who's been known to be, you know, someone who lies to cover up their lies, who can set you on fire, watch you burn, and act like they don't care, all again just to save face, to save their own image, or whatever the reason, or to still kind of get away with things. Again, if you're going to apologize, if you're going to look for forgiveness, the best way to do that is to be completely transparent, completely honest, releasing your pride, your ego, your fears, and coming clean and being specific in what you're apologizing for. Because again, this shows accountability. And people that can hold themselves accountable, who aren't afraid to do that, you have a better chance at forgiveness and second chances. Because again, unless you're showing that, no one's going to waste their time. Because again, it'll say if you do it in the future, you're going to behave the same way. Downplay, sweep things under the rug, again, try to avoid being called out on your shit, basically. So be completely honest if that's what you're looking for, if that's what you're seeking is forgiveness. You can't hide behind lies anymore. We got deception over here. Lies have been coming out all the time. Too many lies. Lies destroy lives. That's how I look at it. Recovery from regret and acceptance of the past, realizing the full implications of the past and the lessons learned. Again, people realizing things that they needed to realize or should realize them in order to get the lesson, apply the lesson, give birth to new beginnings, getting out of stagnation, finding one's inspiration, finding one's courage to, again, out with the old, in with the new. Ready to move on. People are ready to move on. Learning to be open and to take risks again. Again, fear-based stuff. If these isn't two people, if people are afraid of trying again, opening up again, especially if you've been hurt, whether it's with, this side or with someone new, there's still more hurdles to be overcome here within the self. And it's a lot of it is about healing and being able to release the past and again, learn the lessons, apply the lessons, and have courage, which we'll get to here, in order to be open to new beginnings, new relationships, new viewpoints or outlooks, perspectives, etc. It's lingering regret and bittersweet memories, but being hopeful of the future. It's the end of suffering and beginning of new love and relationships and interests, starting to engage with inspirational things, values, knowing what you want, what makes you happy, or, and going for that, not staying in the woes. It's also feeling trapped in the past, buried feelings, regret. So again, there's a lot of things that are still being clinged on to here, or on both sides. But fives are about change. Again, we need change to happen, or allow change to happen. And we have the Eight of Cups, which is about walking away from things that are emotionally unfulfilling, walking towards what we feel will bring us joy, will bring us happiness, will bring us enlightenment and growth and prosperity. And having the courage with the Strength card here in order to do that. It's going to take courage to make difficult decisions, to forgive, release, allow transformation to happen. It all takes courage and strength. And also here with the Strength card, this is the Soulmate card. We get the infinity symbol above. It's also, the strength to overcome, again, our shadow side, the devil energy, fears, anxiety, anger, resentment, all the negative stuff. Um, Again, the Eight of Cups, change, transition, sadness, solitude, turning one's back on things, restlessness, unhappiness, wanting to move. Again, some masculines might be wanting to move, but feeling stuck. You know, they might be at a distance from the feminine, different city, state, country. Um, Again, and feeling trapped, maybe feeling like they don't have the resources, or unsure again if they're going to be taken back. But no, and regardless, we need to move on. Both people need to, in order to walk towards more emotionally fulfilling things. It's about embarking on a spiritual journey for the greater goals, towards greater goals, seeking deeper meaning in life, willing to let go of material possessions for something more meaningful, especially if we're in codependent situations. Because that's not love. That's just need-based, fear-based, fear of being alone. So we jump into relationships. Can't take care of ourselves financially, so we depend on somebody else to do that. You know, this is financial karma is a lesson for many. Learning how to be independent, or learning to at least be a 50-50 contributor, equal partner in relationships, financially and otherwise. Being disappointed enough to walk away. Emotional exhaustion. You can all relate to that, right? Feeling like you can no longer go on. Feel like you're giving up too much and not getting enough in return. Again, emotionally unsatisfied situations. And then again, the Strength card, like I said, it's about taming the beast, manifestation, purity of spirit, soulmate card, as I mentioned. It's the quiet strength that comes from within, as with the lion. It's about our passions, our desires, our fullest, most beautiful expressions of nature and transient life, you know, about going with the flow. It's a sign of Leo. It's about determination, persistence, patience, composure, maturity. Again, holding oneself accountable, no longer living a life of deception, no longer lying to cover up our lies. Again, this shows growth and maturity. It's about having compassion, which falls in line with forgiveness. Emotions that must be transcended into spiritual wisdom. Again, applying the lesson, conquering the fears, and having one's intuition become awakened. So letting go of the ego. Again, pride, all the negative aspects of the ego. It's maintaining balance within, taking responsibility, and that goes with accountability for oneself, mastering oneself. It's about hope, courage, and being rewarded for our efforts. So obviously, if we put in the efforts, we will be rewarded, but we got to make the decision in order to do that. You know, we're going to have to walk away from things that aren't making us happy in order to manifest something else. We're going to have to release the past in order to find inspiration to move forward. We're going to have to let things die and transform if we want the Ten of Pentacles to be in the upright, if we want to have financial security, if we want to have a happy home life. Again, we have to allow for this change to happen. And Spirit's advice in regards to this is it's time to go. Just like the Eight of Cups. If you're in a situation that you know is not making you happy, if you're in a place that you know that you shouldn't be, in a relation, a codependent kind of situation that's not based on love, that was based on fear and need, it's time to go. Anything that's not making you happy or that's keeping you stuck, it's time to go. And they want you to focus on the here and now. What can I do today? Not being in the past and the woes, not being fearful of the future. Take the actions and steps that you can. Believe in yourself. Have courage, have strength, have integrity to pursue what it is that you want to pursue. And the only way you can do that is to be in the present moment, in the here and now. Now let us see what these cards say. 45. Essential meanings, endings, completion, walking away from something because there's nothing else to learn or experience. The Oracle's message, You are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do or be or experience in your present circumstance. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. Relationship message, it's over. Or at the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This is the time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything is lost, although this card could speak to a breakup or a drifting apart or the end of a soul contract. It is more about release than destruction. Remember the saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. There's also another saying, if you release something and it comes back, let it go again, because obviously the other person didn't want them either. That was a little funny meme that I saw. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, then walk away. It's kind of the same thing here, allowing transformation to happen. Walk away from things that aren't making you happy. Embrace the new. Prosperity message. This message is clear. The path you've been on with your work, creative projects, and business alliances have come to an end. You will not find the success you desire by continuing with what is now in front of you. This is an auspicious sign because there is no choice that will benefit you other than risking stepping into the unknown. It is time to walk towards something new. This card also pertains to the more neutral concept of completion. You finish your tasks and can rest assured that this ending will open up a powerful new avenue of opportunity. Even better, there's the opportunity here, even better than you could imagine. You have done all you can. Now trust that spirit keeps the plan moving forward. Fortune requires you to conclude this chapter of your life, and remember, when you close one door, another opens. Protection message. Even if it appears that you've reached the end of the line and all is lost, it isn't. You're in a situation that will resurface again later, so consider this a break rather than an ending. Destiny is in charge here. You lose nothing and gain everything when you surrender to that fact. Your soul knows that your destiny is unfolding with perfect timing and synchronicity. Your small self has doubts, but that is natural, as it doesn't have the map of your destiny. The soul does. Spirit loves you. Trust that. So this is again about following our intuition, following our inner guidance, living and learning, and being able to apply those things. And it's one thing to know the path, and it's a different thing to walk the path, right? So if we know that something's not working, something's not making us happy, or if we're too much in our stinking thinking, if we're not applying ourselves, if we're not believing in ourselves, I mean, these are the things that need to be let go of so that we can go towards the things that we are meant for, which is obviously something that is better than what we're leaving behind, right? And then we have 32. And also with the thing about, for those looking to reconcile, again, the divine timing, both people have to be ready. But the one way that you can kind of help with that, again, is having those heart-to-heart conversations, holding yourself accountable. If you're the one who did most of the hurting, let that person see that you have the ability to self-reflect, and hold yourself accountable, because that will go a long way. Again, but actions and words need to be proven over time with consistency, consistent effort. So again, know what you're dealing with. If you're dealing with any people that are questionable, but again, follow your intuition and know that Sometimes separations are necessary. So again, people can come into their aha moments. People can have time to heal, self-reflect, um, gain those different perspectives, and then be able to come back together again with a renewed outlook, especially in regards to the self. How do I approach relationships? How am I present in them? Again, if you can't be given more than you receive, and you can't be taken more than you give, it's about getting balance within ourselves, within our relationships. And then we have the here and now. Essential meanings: being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. The Oracle's message: everything happens in the now, in the present. Only this moment counts. You have what it takes to handle anything today if you let go of the need to look into the future or reflect of the past. But yet you're here looking at tarot, right? Be present and notice what is going on right now. This very moment has the potential for you to create miracles in your life. Relationship message: it's easy to yearn for a love affair or friendship you may not have right now. One that is more romantic, more fun, more reliable, more passionate. The good old days are gone and a new day has dawned. Let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now, whether you have the relationship you desire or not. Tomorrow is beyond your reach. Yesterday cannot return. The now is all that is available to you. Stay present and aware that in this moment, as you cherish and improve your beautiful self, you are a magnet for love. Spirit is madly in love with you right now. Did you know that? Turn to Spirit to feel the joy of love in the here and now. Prosperity message: what you are working on is golden and your efforts will leave a powerful legacy. Focus not on meeting a goal in the far future, but on creating your dream now, releasing your desire for an outcome and owning that it already exists. It will appear in the material world as if by magic. Claim your prosperity now. The essence is more important than the form. When you are immersed in prosperous thoughts, you automatically tune into a sense of timelessness and unlimited potential. You can act as if, that fake it till you make it, right? In spite of the temporary outer conditions, you are prosperous at this moment. What you think now becomes your reality. Stay present. This again talks about the stinking thinking. We get back what we put out. And if we're all in the woest and we're thinking negative, negative is all we're going to get. Stagnation is all we're going to get. If you let your fears rule your actions, you're never going to get anywhere. Protection message: whenever you find your mind drifting into the past, wondering if things could have or should have been better, or whenever you find yourself longing for the good old days, you leak power. The same is true for looking too far ahead and hoping the future will provide you with certainty. Driven by ambition, you might wander too long in a place with no substance and forget that you are here today. The past and the future are illusions. Whenever you leave the present moment, you're disconnecting from your inherent power to manifest your reality with true substance. Neither past nor future can give you what you need. Now is all that counts. Come back from those eternities and be here now. All will be well, and miracles will appear as if by magic in the perfect timing of Spirit. So again, it's about trying to think positive, releasing, letting things go energetically, and physically, if need be, and do what you can to move towards what it is you want. If you sit in your thoughts, it's not going to change anything. It's just going to have you holding on to, again, that energy. So try to think positive. Act as if it already is. Put out your intention and do what you can to help manifest. And this way you're co-creating with the universe. If you put out your intention and your intention is pure of heart, and you're making positive steps or changes within yourself or in your outer environment to move towards that particular goal, Spirit will help you manifest that. But again, if we're sitting in the shoulda, woulda, couldas, or the woes, Spirit can't help you with that. They're going to let you. They're going to just let you stay stagnant. Because again, opportunity's not going to come knocking on your door. You have to go and meet the universe halfway. Right? Now, I'll read those at the end. But what we have here with the masculine is thinking, look at this, 38 minutes. See, I told you it's never short. The masculine is thinking scandal. Fair gray-haired man. Frustration. So either you're the fair gray-haired man, or this is the person that you're dealing with. And obviously you're thinking about what's happened or what you might need to do. Again, fearing dealing with your current situation, fearing dealing with the situation that you want. So again, this could be you feeling frustrated. You may have learned from an experience. You may feel like you've grown and changed a bit, but you're kind of keeping it to yourself. Um, and you're feeling frustrated because, again, you don't know how to go about taking those next steps. Because then some of you might still feel like you're stuck or bound to a situation because of financial issues or fear. Again, fear of speaking up, fear of opening up, to figure out, what your next step could be. You're just all in your thoughts, and you're getting all frustrated. And you want justice. You want things to turn out in your favor. This could be also justice system. Some of you might be needing to decide to get a divorce. If you married your codependent situation, an unhappy home life, you feel like you made a mistake, so this could be justice system, or this could be karmic justice, just trying to get what we want. But we need to have the strength, again, the strength and the courage, or we don't know if we have the strength to deal with, again, point B, trying to get from point A to point C, but what's point B? It's going to be a lot of work. So a lot of times, because the idea of what it is that we're going to have to do becomes overwhelming, that we just don't end up doing anything. And then we just sit more and more, let more and more time go by, and then we're even in a worse situation than we were 6 months ago, or however long. So it's about needing to find the strength and the courage in order to get what you want, in order to feel some kind of justice for yourself, or again, needing to have faith, because perhaps you're lacking faith in all your frustrations and your fears and your worries and your negative self-talk and disbelieving and all of that. And we have vulnerable. So again, this could be just you all in your feelings, depression, sadness, frustrations, anxieties, fears. It also could be, fears of opening up, fears of expressing how we feel, feeling vulnerable. Again, because we don't know what the action, especially if you're in a codependent situation that you're going to end, if you're dependent on that person for a living situation and you're unsure if you have another situation to go to, though you shouldn't be going into it for codependent reasons, but still it's unsure of like, well, if I end the situation, where do I go if this person doesn't take me back? What other plans can I make, because I know I got to get out of this situation because I'm not happy in it. But again, it's feeling fearful, feeling stuck in some ways. And then we have the stranger. This is all about, it could be you. How do I present myself as someone new, or someone who's changed? How do I get someone to view me in a different light? Because before I was all about this deception. How do I get someone to see me differently when I've lied so much? Or revealing your deceptions to the person that you're with, which will make you to be somebody that they don't even recognize. It might come out of left field for them because you've done such a good job at faking your feelings and faking your happiness. Because again, voids and needs, but really, there's been no happiness. There's been sadness, and perhaps you've been hiding that or trying to. And then we have secrets. This is about secrets coming out. This is about, could be fear of the unknown. It kind of reminds me of the moon card. Um, Revealing secrets in regards to a choice that we're making, lovers. And this is a difficult decision. How do we reveal the truth? How do we, let go of our fears in order to get what we want? How do we find the courage and the strength and take leaps of faith, or to have faith in ourselves, even that we can manifest what we want to manifest, get out of our head and our stresses and our worries in regards to what we know was a shitty situation all around. But again, we know that there might be difficulties ahead. It might be difficult to get back somebody that we might want to be with. It might be difficult to end a relationship. It might be difficult to be single, if that should be the outcome. But again, maybe it needs to be. People jump from relationship to relationship without taking time to be by themselves and to kind of reflect on stuff. And, so there's obviously worries and fears in regards to the battles ahead. In regards to our home life, again, where we're going to live, where we're going to go, what's, if it's in regards to, getting back with someone, or again, leaving our current situation, the battle in the home life, the decision we need to make in regards to relationship, the secrets that need to come out. Oof. What's going on, masculine? Now, what the feminine is thinking is hidden enemy. Either this is how she views you because of your deceptions in the past. You're not someone who can be trusted. Because again, if you lie to cover up your lies, you're showing you're still not trustworthy. If you fail to hold yourself accountable by being specific in what you're apologizing for, showing that you have the ability again to self-reflect and to make it, that means you're going to make a genuine effort not to repeat that specific thing ever again. Again, there has to be clear communication. If you want someone to forgive you and to take you back, you have to show that you're wanting to earn back their trust, and that comes from honesty. Anything else is just going to turn somebody off. They're going to say, not a wise investment. Not going to go through that again. Not going to have to worry, be with somebody that I got to question, that I can't trust. So again, the feminine might be thinking, this is you, a hidden enemy, and wondering if a reconciliation would be wise. Because again, there's no trust here. And perhaps she wants there to be victory, but unsure if there can be. Wanting there to be good news, but unsure if there can be. Or again, for some feminines, maybe some feel like they're trying to dodge a bullet. Because again, they want to be happy, they want good news, they want victory, but again, not sure if this is an investment that they should be making again. And then we have destruction because, things ended badly. Or again, things needed to end because it was built on faulty foundations. It was built in lies and deceptions and voids and needs and whatever else was going on here. So it had to end, to allow for new beginnings, whether together or on our own. Learning from our mistakes, or wondering if people have genuinely learned from their mistakes. Could there be a new beginning after a destructive ending? Can things be built upon again? Should one take a leap of faith, or will it be foolish? And will we repeat mistakes? And we're trying to find inspirations, like the Ace of Wands, trying to find something that would make us want to forgive somebody. Can we forgive somebody? Trying to figure out if we can forgive somebody. for the mistakes of the past. Again, but it's also, we saw the crack long before we saw the ass. So we always have to take our own responsibility for how long we stayed in something, for how long we allowed someone to do the shit that they were doing. That was obviously hurtful to you and hurtful to them, enabling people in their karma because we got our own karma that we haven't realized or needed to work through. Because again, it takes two to tango. But we can accept accountability for ourselves and still not trust the other person, still feel like too much damage has been done, too much water under the bridge, perhaps past attempts to work things out didn't seem to manifest anything good, maybe because people are still being the same way that they were always being, again, not showing that there's any growth potential, not showing that they have the ability to self-reflect, not showing that they really gave a damn about your feelings or your efforts. Again, taking all of that for granted by still trying to hold on to deception in some way, still trying to get away with certain things or not being specific in what we're sorry for. So that way, if I ever do it again in the future, I never held myself accountable for in the past. So it's a way to leave that window open to repeat things and get away with it. Downplay it, sweep it under the rug, act like it wasn't such a big deal. Again, these are people that I would not recommend getting involved with because, again, they lack accountability. And that's somebody that you can't trust. Again, honesty, people. Honesty is the only way. If you love someone and you want to work things out for them and with them, and you know that you've done shady shit and you've hurt them, don't lie to cover up your lies. Don't try to downplay your role because, again, that's not acknowledging someone else's pain. That's trying to invalidate what they're feeling, just so you can pretend that what you did wasn't so bad. And again, it blows up in your face. It ruins anybody that's wise won't fall for that again because maybe they did that before in the past, but let you get away with stuff over and over and over again. But the approach has to be different now because somebody's woken up, somebody's learned the lesson, someone's changed, and they're not resonating in that low vibration karmic cycle anymore. So if you want someone back, you're going to have to step up to the plate. You're going to have to change. No more hiding behind masks. You're going to have to learn how to be vulnerable. But again, this was part of the masculine's lesson, all stemming from some kind of wounding. What did love look like to me as a child? Was it dysfunction? Most likely I'm being dysfunctional in my relationships. And then we have surprise. So maybe, the feminine has heard something from the masculine, and this is where all this wondering is going on. But again, just because somebody says, oh, now I love you, now I want to work things out with you, how can you trust this person? This is the dilemma. Can I forgive this person, or has it been just too much? And again, forgiveness comes a little easier with accountability. So masculine, I keep saying it to you, but that's the only way, my dear. And then we have gain and clarity. So this is about trying to be clear within ourselves, trying to figure out if we can have victory. This kind of reminds me of the Chariot and the Six of Wands. It's like about moving ahead, having success, realizing this is what you want. Forward movement, success, people that you can trust, relationships that make you happy. So, we don't want to step back into anything that's going to make us unhappy. So, here's the dilemma for both people. And then we got truth, storm, and journey. So trying to figure out the truth, be honest with ourselves in regards to, again, what we want, what we don't want anymore, how we feel. Perhaps if we're hearing some truth, trying to figure out again if we can work through the issues, if we can move forward on a journey together. Or If we need to move, keep moving on our own, finding someone else. Both people, like I says, it all depends on your situation. But again, honesty, heart to heart conversations, everything out on the table. So people can figure out again what next moves can be had, if any. But communication needs to happen. And if it has happened already, again, there's still a dilemma here. And the masculine, how they're feeling. Well, they feel chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, so that they do feel something. But there's also unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So how you got chemistry? Yeah, there's chemistry, but then there's not enough chemistry. It's like exactly what's going on here, the dilemma. It's wondering if love can be had again, or it's knowing that we haven't been showing our love despite the connection that we feel, and that's kind of created even more of a separation, or kind of we feel like has played a role in nothing healing, nothing manifesting. This is also wondering if the other person loves you at all. You may feel something for them, but you're unsure if they will love you again. Um, and because nobody's putting in any efforts here. And then we have pay attention to the red flags, the signs of cautioning you. So again, this is just about heeding the signs that you've been getting in regards to staying stagnant, not speaking up, not being honest with yourself and others, all the things that might be holding you back. You need to pay attention to those things, because those are signs. It's something that you need to deal with. You need to take off the blinders and make the choices that you need to make in order to have the justice that you want. Have faith in yourself. In regards to a reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. So if you want a reconciliation, heed the signs. And one of the signs you got here is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And then under that came finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So again, codependency could be financial codependency. Again, staying stuck in a situation, needing to pay attention to what needs to change in that situation, especially if you want to reconcile with someone that you feel chemistry with, but you're not expressing your love because you got some fears here. Financial issues are still an issue. So masculine, you got some stuff. Codependency could also be drug and alcohol, gambling. It could be, again, our fears, addictions of any kind. It could be even addicted just to our stinking thinking, addicted to our fears, addicted to repetitive karmic cycles or codependent situations where we're financially codependent on others because, again, we're fearing. We don't feel that we have what it takes in order to do it on our own. Or again, and you don't have to be the CEO of a company and have a penthouse in Manhattan. This is not, you just have to be able to be a 50-50 contributor. Most households require 50-50 contribution, financially and otherwise. It's the way rents are and all that stuff. No one's expecting you to accomplish these great feats, as we mentioned here. It's just being able to hold your own. That's all you got to do. Be able to pay half the bills. That's all you got to do. Get yourself in a situation where you can at least do that. And that way you know that you're entering into relationships for the right reasons. Not to have financial needs met because you're not applying yourself. Because you're sitting too much in the woes, not doing anything, not manifesting anything for yourself. So this card comes out a lot for both sides. Codependency and finances. fears, like I said, addicted to just thinking of the past, to being stuck in the past, stuck in the woes, stuck in our karma, stuck in that stinking thinking, which is our conditioning, which is, again, how we view ourselves, how we are in relationships. What did love look like? Do you have any self-love? Do you have self-respect? These are the things the tools that you're gonna need in order to believe in yourself, have courage and strength, be able to manifest. That all comes from self-love and self-respect. You gotta have that first. Get that confidence. Work on this. And the feminine. We got let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. She could be wondering, well, should I allow something, an opportunity to grow? Should I see what can be? Should I be willing to be open to love? Again, this is again about fear, releasing our fears. Or again, they're wondering for the masculine. Let go of control issues. Stop being the same way you've always been due to your conditioning and your wounding, because it's destroyed this relationship and it's destroying you. Let go of that need to control people, environments, situations, again, as a defense mechanism to protect ourselves. Be willing to be vulnerable and express your love. Open up. Give me something to go on here, because right now there's nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then we got honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. It's like the Six of Swords. It's like wanting to move on. People get tired of being in the woes and whatever. Eventually, at some point, you're like, ugh, enough of this. I want to move on to calmer waters, Or they're wondering, could this be a possibility? This is also, someone, again, might be at a distance, might need to travel over water to see someone. And they're also wondering about keeping an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Again, trying to wonder if there's any long-term potential with someone. Could this be a life partner, this soulmate of mine? Or is this, a karmic situation that's got to go? Because again, they're going on the experience and how you've been presenting yourself. They're trying to, again, see the forest through the trees, but they're unsure of what could be possible here. And then we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. They're trying to figure out, do I even have any love for this person anymore? Is there any romantic feelings left in this relationship? Should I make the effort? Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Should I bother making an effort here? Is this true love? This is a romance of a lifetime. So again, the feminine is in contemplation, or she at least knows that she wants to make the effort towards true love, whether it's with you or with someone else. She's ready to move on to some degree. Again, it might be just light dating, getting yourself out there a little bit, but we're no longer wanting to stay in anything that's stagnant or not going anywhere, or we don't see any growth potential. So people are kind of thinking about, again, what it is that they want, what they don't want, what they're willing to settle for and not. And if you haven't had heart-to-heart conversations, if you haven't given them anything in order to make a decision as far as you, they're going to make a decision on their own just to keep moving. This is how it is. Nobody's going to wait around for somebody forever, right? Now, what is needed is patience. I trust in divine timing. So Spirit is saying, know that what is, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't, and it ain't what it could be. Trust that everything happens for a reason. Trust when things don't work out the way you want, when you want. Because again, divine timing plays a big role. That way we don't have people running and chasing. both people are meeting each other from a balanced place within themselves, a healed place within themselves. That's when there's growth potential in a relationship. Otherwise, it's just karma working itself out again, holding up the mirrors. Not to say that there wouldn't be more stuff coming in the future, because again, it's going to be from now to the day you die. There's always going to be lessons, unfortunately. There's always going to be stuff that you go through. But it's about having patience with it, having grace, and again, still trying to find the strength and the courage to persevere, and to just have patience and prayer. Instead of worrying, I pray about the situation to bring about real solutions. And then know that you're watched over. I allow myself to feel safe and enjoy my life, knowing that heaven is watching over my loved ones and me. So know that you're always loved. And then we have self-respect. I honor and love myself through healthful actions. That means things that are healthy. And we have to have emotional and mental health in balance, in check. That way we're showing self-love and self-respect, and we're not making bad choices or choices based in need, or void filling karmic things. Having the self-love and self-respect to do the right thing by ourselves and by other people. Having integrity. And then we have the word Lord in the challenge position: communication, praise, and dishonesty. And then we also have the Rainbow Prince in the challenge position: compensation and perseverance. So let us see what these two say. 43. When the word Lord appears as your challenger, he gently warns of untruths, denial and unsupportive thoughts and words in any area of your life. That's stinking thinking. If you've been dishonest in any way, it's time to make amends. Change your tune. Otherwise, your impact on the world will not be as effective as you would like. Even if you were to be successful as an immediate result, there would be a price to pay later. If others are being unsupportive towards you, know that it's them, not you. Don't take this world personally. Remember that you don't have to engage others when they project their own fears and negativity onto you. Another message here is about how you speak about yourself. Do you say self-depreciating words? Do you minimize yourself so as not to intimidate others? Do you refer to yourself as less than beautiful? Time to change those unconscious statements now. It's not difficult to change things, as we are always given a choice to make new decisions. As long as you remain positive and supportive, the rest will quickly melt away until all you perceive is the highest good for all. All you need is a desire to change and be positive, and the word Lord will help you win the game of life. So basically, don't have negative self-talk. Don't be in the stinking thinking. Don't be in the woe-is. Time to let that go. Be positive. Be honest. If you've been lying at all, deception here, telling half-truths, it's time to let that go. Nothing's going to change until you change. Be a person of integrity. Be a person of honesty. Be a person who has self-love and self-respect. Let that reflect outwardly in your words and actions. Let that reflect outwardly as far as what you're able to pursue and manifest for yourself. Having the courage and strength to push forward, releasing the old, in with the new, embracing change, embracing new opportunities to give birth to new ideas, to new projects, to new relationships. Walk away from things that aren't serving you. Make those difficult choices, because in the end, it's only going to be for your highest and best anyway. And then the Rainbow Prince, 26. The Rainbow Prince is telling you that you need to address how committed you are to your path. Have you been giving of yourself only as a means to control the situation? His gentle advice is to practice giving fully of yourself. Devote all of your attention when you're with someone and be completely present in all areas of your life. When you do so, you will receive more than you're trying to get by being the way that you are now. The other warning is that you may be giving too much and not allowing yourself to be compensated. This may keep you in victim mode, always looking for what's unfair. Perhaps it's time to stop giving so much and instead be willing to receive. It may not be comfortable, but you deserve it. So why not allow it? Let yourself be vulnerable. Therein lies the strength. Of course, you have to open up. You have to be fearless. You have to take risks and chances. You have to voice your truth. You have to be open in order to receive. So you have to give in order to receive. If you're looking to receive forgiveness, you're going to have to give honesty. If you're looking to receive love and respect, then you're going to have to earn that respect and earn that love back by being consistent with your words and actions, by putting an effort in yourself. Show that person that you care enough about yourself, that you're willing to put in the work that needs to be done to change your life. It'll only just improve things for you. And again, this sitting in the woeist victim mode, where we are where we are based on our own choices and actions. No one else is to blame but ourselves. Accountability. Recognize those things that need to change and apply the lessons so that you can change them. Also, about there being balance in relationships, equal give and take, 50-50. No mooching, no lying, no jumping through hoops, no being a doormat. All those things come into play. And again, trying to control stuff. Releasing control. Trying to control people and environments and stuff is fear-based. And that stuff got to go. It's all part of your karma. And the advice, oh my God, this is super long reading, is let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. This could be also the spirit. Let us help you. Because I asked them once in my reading, I'm like, is this friends you? And they said yes. So they're saying, accept our support and our encouragement and our wisdom. Let your friends help you. They're trying to help you. Or this is also if you need some assistance. Don't be afraid to ask. Release that pride so that you can get yourself unstuck. If it's going to be a stepping stone, ask for help. And then give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. And getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. This is about, again, putting in the effort, speaking the truth, and allowing something to unfold if it's meant to. Because new love is possibly here. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So again, this could be an old love, realizing that they love you and they want a new opportunity for new love. That's why we want to give the relationship a chance, get to know each other again, seeing if new love can happen, Or for some of you who aren't looking to reconcile, this could be getting yourself out there. Let your friends help you to give a new relationship a chance. Get to know somebody. Maybe there'll be new love. So again, not everybody is going to reconcile with each other, but you might need to be able to heal and release the past and apply the lessons learned from this point forward in whatever you're going towards. Old, new, whichever. And they want to let you know that the situation will improve. So regardless, it will improve over time. If you're trying to reconcile with somebody, again, words, actions, consistency, effort, honesty, this will help a situation improve. Or if you're heartbroken about whatever and you're not going to get back with somebody, know that too will improve with time. Just focus on yourself, focus on your healing, focus on your career and your goals, get yourself out there, and know that new opportunities will present themselves, but you got to get yourself ready for it. You got to prepare your energetic field to be receptive. And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please like, subscribe, and share, or leave comments. I love reading the comments, and I want to thank people that have recently left comments. It helps me to feel good about what I'm doing and that I'm helping someone. So again, take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and until next time, bye-bye.